We're in the middle of stitching out a design on the BERNINA 570 embroidery machine, and I want to go over what happens when a thread breaks. So we're on color 3, and let's say we've been stitching along and a thread breaks. And number one, why does a thread break at all? First thing to change is the needle. If you haven't cleaned and oiled your BERNINA, it's probably time to do that. Sometimes thread breaks occur when low quality embroidery thread is used. So if you're noticing this on a regular basis and it's just kind of getting frustrated, you might want to pick a different brand of thread to be using. So, and again, has your machine been serviced in the last 12 months? If this continues and you've tried everything, definitely take it into your local BERNINA store and have its annual service done. That can also usually help with these problems. But what happens is the machine is going to stop. And I'm actually going to show you what screen it goes to, because you can touch and go to this screen at any time. So this little S with the little X in it, that indicates a thread break. And usually you're not on this last stitch you took. It has actually gone forward a couple stitches. So that means that you need to kind of get back to where you were and to actually find the stitch that is to be kind of overlapped so you can start again. So rethread the machine, maybe change your needle. And now as we look at this screen, what you're looking at is, number one, this is the whole design that you are currently stitching. And then this is the actual stitch that the needle is hanging out at. But I can see I need to go back a bit. And when I go back, I'm not looking for the exact stitch that I last took, but I'm actually going to go back a couple stitches. It could be a 1/4 inch over previous satin stitching. It could be like I'm going to do, this is more straight line stitching, and you're going to use the knobs. As you do the top knob, that knob is going to go back stitch by stitch, so one stitch at a time, and then this one would actually jump more, like 50 to 100 stitches. So that gets you a lot further than you realize. But when you actually are looking at both the full picture, the close-up picture, and your hoop, you can easily get your needle back on top of where you were. So I'm going to overlap. People always ask, well, what about where it's going to overlap? Am I going to see that? Probably not. Now, you and I might know where that overlap is, but at the end of the design, you will not normally see that. Now, another thing to do is you could actually go back and just restart the whole color again. That is another option, so it all has kind of a continuous look. But for today, honestly, once you go ahead and do your backing up, overlap a couple stitches, start the machine, and it will overlap what you've already done, and then it won't even look like you had stopped at all.